1 year had passed since the horrifying Woodsboro killings orchestrated by Richie Kirsch and Amber Freeman. The small town was still reeling from the tragedy, but life had moved on for most. However, the scars left behind were far from healed. In the midst of the aftermath, Blackmore University professor Laura Crane found herself entangled in a web of deceit and danger. Unbeknownst to her, she had become the target of a twisted student named Jason Carvey. Fueled by his resentment towards Laura for failing him, Jason plotted a sinister revenge. Jason's boyfriend, Greg, was also drawn into the dark plan. Together, they devised a scheme to kill sisters Sam and Tara Carpenter, the survivors of the Woodsboro killings. They believed that by eliminating the sisters, they would be able to finish the movie that Richie and Amber had wanted to make. However, fate had a different plan in store for Jason. Just as he was preparing to execute his deadly plot, he received a chilling call from a different Ghostface. This mysterious caller had already killed Greg and now had their sights set on Jason. In a horrifying turn of events, Jason was stabbed to death by the very person he had sought to emulate. Meanwhile, Sam and Tara had moved to New York City, hoping to leave the horrors of Woodsboro behind. Tara enrolled at Blackmore University, joining fellow survivors Chad and Mindy Meeks Martin, their roommate Quinn Bailey, Mindy's girlfriend Anika Kyoko, and Chad's roommate Ethan Landry. Sam, on the other hand, sought solace in therapy with Dr. Christopher Stone. However, life was far from peaceful for Sam. She had become a public pariah, thanks to an online conspiracy theory that accused her of being the true mastermind behind the recent killings. The weight of this accusation hung heavy on her shoulders, and she struggled to find her place in a world that had turned against her. Quinn's father, Detective Wayne Bailey, entered the picture when Sam's ID was found at the scene of Jason's murder. Alongside it was a Ghostface mask worn by Richie and Amber during the Woodsboro killings. Detective Bailey called Sam in for questioning, leaving her feeling even more isolated and vulnerable. As Sam made her way to the police station, she received a call from Ghostface, using Richie's phone. Panic set in as she realized that her sister Tara was in danger. Ghostface attacked Tara, leaving a trail of bloodshed in a bodega and leaving behind yet another Ghostface mask, a haunting reminder of the 2011 Woodsboro killings. At the NYPD police station, the Carpenter sisters found themselves face to face with FBI Special Agent Kirby Reed, a survivor of the 2011 killings. Also present was reporter Gail Weathers, who had broken her promise to the sisters by writing a new book on the Woodsboro killings. She revealed that she had spoken to Sidney Prescott, who had gone into hiding to protect her family. Tragedy struck once again when Ghostface murdered Drive Stone, stealing Sam's file and leaving behind a mask worn in the Hollywood killings. Mindy, ever the astute observer, theorized that the killer was following the rules of film franchises, where anyone could die, but the franchise would continue. From his window, Sam's boyfriend Danny witnessed Ghostface attacking Quinn in their apartment. The group fought back, but Anika fell victim to the relentless killer, leaving behind a mask worn in the Windsor College killings. Desperate for answers, Gail led the group to an abandoned theater she had discovered during her investigation. The theater had been transformed into a shrine to the Ghostface killers, with evidence from previous massacres displayed like macabre film props. Ghostface continued to torment Gail, calling her at her apartment and killing her boyfriend. Sam and Tara arrived just in time to save Gail from certain death. They rushed her to the hospital, determined to put an end to the reign of terror. The group decided to set a trap for Ghostface at the theater, with Kirby joining them. However, their plans were shattered when Mindy was stabbed by Ghostface on the train. Undeterred, they pressed on, hoping to finally unmask the killer. Inside the theater, Sam's worst fears were realized when she saw a hallucination of her father, Billy Loomis, the original Ghostface killer. Armed with his knife from the original murders, Sam realized they were trapped. Two Ghostfaces appeared, attacking Chad. Just as all hope seemed lost, Wayne and Kirby arrived, guns drawn. But to everyone's shock, Wayne turned out to be the third Ghostface and the mastermind behind the killings. Wayne's accomplices were revealed to be his children, Ethan and a still-alive Quinn, who had faked her death to throw off suspicion. Their motive was revenge against Sam for killing Richie, their brother and Wayne's firstborn son. They had defamed Sam online and infiltrated her life, all with the intent of ending her life. In a final showdown, Sam and Tara fought back, gaining the upper hand against their tormentors. Tara stabbed Ethan, while Sam killed Quinn, rendering Wayne briefly unconscious. In a chilling twist, Sam donned her father's Ghostface costume, taunting Wayne with a phone call before stabbing him to death. Just as they thought it was over, Ethan resurfaced, but Kirby, fueled by her own survival instincts, smashed a television set over his head, ending his reign of terror once and for all. With the nightmare finally behind them, Sam and Tara made a pact to live their lives more independently. Tara agreed to seek therapy, while Sam discarded her father's Ghostface mask, symbolizing her determination to move forward. Together with Danny, they stepped into the bustling city, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As Mindy, Chad, and Kirby were taken to the hospital, Sam couldn't help but reflect on the horrors they had endured. The scars would always remain, but they had emerged stronger, united by their shared trauma. And so, the story of the Ghostface killers came to an end, leaving behind a legacy of fear and survival. But for Sam and Tara, the journey was far from over. They would carry the weight of their past, but they would also carry the hope of a brighter future, one where they could finally find peace.